Welcome back to Gossip Media, guys. The stories we have for you today are reggae legend Doechii passes, Doechii gets honored Billboard Woman of the Year and disrupts the internet, Jess hilarious replaced at the Breakfast Club, Kim Kardashian spins the block, Stephen the Genius McGregor honored for his contribution in the Jamaican creative industry, Vybz Kartel confesses to being intimate with the correctional officers while in prison. Let's get right to it. Tributes to the family of the legendary reggae artist Calvin Doechii Scott, who recently passed away from health complications at a hospital in Florida. He was diagnosed with lymphoma in 2019 and pneumonia, which he has been fighting for the past 6 months. Doechii's wife, Malvia Scott, confirmed his passing and shared that he has been hospitalized after experiencing vomiting. Despite his health challenges, Doechii remained positive and resilient until the end. His wife described him as brave.
My husband has been healing for the past 6 years. He's been battling lymphoma. This morning he went into cardiac arrest and he passed at 4:40 a.m.
Doechii is also known for hits such as Rikers Island, Young Lover, and Barack Obama. He was also a pioneer in the Jamaican music scene, initiating the annual New Year's Eve event, Dancehall Jam Jam. The Minister of Culture, Gender and Entertainment and Sports, Olivia Grange, expressed deep sadness. The Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, had this to say. Doechii's smooth vocals and compelling lyrics gave us timeless classics like Rockin' Dolly and I Lost My Sonia, songs that have become anthems in our cultural landscape. Beyond his musical genius, Doechii was a beacon of kindness and generosity, consistently uplifting the less fortunate and embodying the warmth of our nation. His influence extended beyond our shores, touching hearts worldwide and solidifying Jamaica's place on the global music stage. Opposition leader Mark Golden also shared his sentiments. Jamaica has lost another musical legend. Doechii's message of love and unity will live on forever, and that the country's musical history is richer for his unmistakable voice and reggae anthems. Moving right along to Billboard's Woman of the Year, it goes to drumroll please. Doechii! Doechii is set to receive the 2025 Woman of the Year award at the annual Billboard Women in Music event. The star-studded event is taking place Saturday, March 29th at YouTube Theater at Hollywood Park in Inglewood, California. Doechii won the Rising Star Award at the 2023 Billboard Women in Music event. She is just the third woman to progress from the Rising Star Award to Woman of the Year, following Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. After receiving the Billboard Women in Music Rising Star Award in 2023, Doechii has quickly gained recognition in the music industry for her bold creativity and impressive talent. Hannah Karp, editorial director of Billboard, said in a statement, "With her genre-blending sound, Doechii is redefining what it means to be a trailblazer in the music industry. We are honored to celebrate Doechii and to cheer on her continued success." Doechii is the second rap artist to win the award, following Cardi B in 2020. Doechii, who was born in Tampa, Florida, is the second artist from the Sunshine State to be named Woman of the Year. Grande, the 2018 recipient, was born in Boca Raton. On February 2nd, Doechii became the second solo woman to win the Grammy for Best Rap Album, again following Cardi B. Doechii won for her acclaimed mixtape, Alligator Bites Never Heal. Her performance of Denial is a River and Catfish on the Grammy telecast was rated as the night's best by Billboard. Less than 3 weeks later, Doechii was named Outstanding New Artist at the 2025 NAACP Image Awards. Alligator Bites Never Heal has climbed as high as number 14 on the all-genre Billboard 200. Two of Doechii's songs have made the top 30 on the Billboard Hot 100. What It Is and Denial is a River. So since recently, Doechii has been receiving a lot of hate online, and persons are claiming that she is an industry plant, meaning someone who is undeserving of the success they are receiving for various reasons, but still they receive recognition. So I'm about to share some tweets that persons have been tweeting. Okay, so I met Doechii through her song Persuasive, which I love, still play to this day. And when I first heard the song and I checked out who the artist is, I was amazed because number one, she is talented and creative, and that was displayed throughout her artistry. She is not like most of the rap girlies that are currently out. She is of darker complexion. Her style is always unique. And I think that that is one of the reasons why people are struggling to digest her rise. For so long, it has been said in the industry that only persons of a certain complexion or a certain look is pushed by the industry. So to think that people would be happy to see Doechii, they're certainly not. All right. So I've never believed that that was the case. I just feel like when it's your time, it's your time. Because back then you had Lauryn Hill, Foxy Brown, and Little Kim, who were women of similar complexion to Doechii. And they were doing exceptionally well in their field and at the height of their careers. But for me, what is yours cannot be for anyone else, and you'll always get what you deserve. She is clearly talented, creative, and has range. I love her range. Her range is her image, her style, and also her rap style, right? People are saying that she is knocking off Nicki Minaj's style, and I personally don't see it, right? Her range is so wide, I wouldn't credit it just to Nicki Minaj, right? But even if so, success leaves clues, and there's nothing wrong if she follows it, right? As long as she's making it her own and being herself, everyone follows the formula of success. Everyone that's ever been successful, there's a certain formula that they follow. So for me, Doechii reminds me more of Grace Jones, Lady Gaga, Madonna, Lauryn Hill, and Kendrick Lamar, right? But she still has that unique Doechii style, and I love that because that's what's going to make her great, right? I decided to look up her musical influences to see who inspires her. And guess what I found out? She listed Nicki Minaj, Lauryn Hill, Kanye West, Tyler the Creator, Kendrick Lamar, and SZA. Right? She also showed love and admiration for Trick Daddy, Grace Jones, Paramore, Madonna, KRS-One, and MF Doom. The music industry is always looking for new talent that they can push, and it so happens to be her time. And I'm happy for her. For the people who are saying that she's an industry plant and marketing is the reason for her emerging, marketing is correct. But if the product that you're marketing is not good, no matter how much it's being marketed or pushed, it will fail to meet the demand, right? And only time will tell with Doechii because we have not seen her full potential. This is just the beginning for her. So if she's being marketed and she's putting out all the songs that are becoming hits and making, she's making her name, then there's no stopping her. Previously, people would say the same thing about Cardi B, right? She's an industry plant, but we would be lying to ourselves to deny that Cardi B's album is one of the best albums in history for female rap, right? Her album was top tier, still top tier. I still pull up a lot of the songs and listen. Okay, so for me, I've always wanted to say this. It's not about looks that will make you a superstar. It gets you attention, but it's more than that. It's not about talent. We have so many talented people who just can't seem to get it right? Look at Chloe Bailey. What makes an artist, for me, a superstar is a combination of things. And as I've said before, only time will tell if Doechii has all of that in her. But I wish her the best. I'm happy for her. I'm glad to see her talent being highlighted in the way that it should because she is deserving. All right? And I wish her the best on this journey. Congratulations, Doechii. Doechii recently made an appearance on First We Feast, where she told her DJ, Miss Milan, that a dating red flag for her is straight men. Now, this outraged all the men, and she has been receiving backlash nonstop ever since. I had to take the video down for copyright reasons. My apologies, but I'll explain. In the video, Doechii was having a conversation with her DJ, Miss Milan, on the popular talk show or gaming show, First We Feast. Her question to the DJ was, "What is my biggest dating red flag?" Miss Milan made a couple guesses, which were all incorrect, and in the end, Doechii revealed that her biggest dating red flag was straight men. I've seen a few interviews of Doechii, and she also has a song called Denial is a River. And in her song and on interviews, she spoke about dating a guy who had a boyfriend and she had no idea. So this guy was on the down low and she was completely unaware. So when I heard her say straight men, I attributed that to what she's experienced, but her dad stepped in to clear up any confusion that we may have based on the uproar that her statement has caused. So let's read what her dad had to say. I'm gonna break it down because it seems like this is going way over people's heads. She really got y'all in a chokehold over this. Y'all don't get the joke. In her song, Denial is a River, her straight boyfriend was secretly cheating on her with a guy. That's why she said that, because the man she thought was straight wasn't. So what I'm getting from this, guys, is that Doechii was just throwing shade at her ex. And, it is blown out of proportion at this point. But let us know down in the comments. What do you guys think?
Right now, the entire internet is giving her backlash, and she just got her job taken right from under her.
I keep telling y'all that this ain't just with the mess. Now, go ahead, Loren. What we got going on with Diddy? Okay, so
talking to the microphone.
I'm here. Mm-hmm. I just moved up. Okay, so we've been talking, and remember I told you guys that I broke.
A lot of us thought Jess Hilarious was being shady when she said this ain't Jess with the Mess no more, because Jess with the Mess is her gossip segment on the Breakfast Club. And because she couldn't read well, the Breakfast Club sort of brought all the lines to Loren LaRosa, and she was now introducing the gossip and introducing the topic, and Jess Hilarious was just a commentator like everybody else. So we thought when she was handing it back over to Loren LaRosa, she was just being shady. Come to find out, she's not. It's not Jess with the Mess no more, all right? Loren LaRosa has taken Jess Hilarious' only job and only contribution to the Breakfast Club.
Loren becoming a straight fact. She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
It's the latest with Loren LaRosa. Period.
The Breakfast Club has finally said, all right, bruh, enough of the buffoonery, bruh. Just, you can't have your own segment if the person doing the segment is Loren LaRosa. Because what Jess Hilarious would essentially do, because the Breakfast Club took notice of the fans, making a fuss about Jess Hilarious mispronouncing words, not being able to read properly. So they took the segment from Jess Hilarious and said, yeah, Jess, sorry, buddy. This is going to be Loren LaRosa thing now. So now Loren LaRosa has taken over Jess Hilarious Jess with the Mess segment. And that's bad news for Jess, because that was the only thing Jess Hilarious had on the Breakfast Club. Without that, what's her role on the Breakfast Club? She has none. Now, I don't think this is a coincidence that they announced that Loren LaRosa is going to have the segment and not Jess Hilarious the day that Jess Hilarious is getting all the backlash in the world for making fun of a 13-year-old with cancer for having patchy hair on the Breakfast Club.
Effective stunt.
It was so effective, right? But then you had people arguing, okay, this was race baiting. This little black boy shouldn't have been used as a prop. And I'm like, are y'all
He's black?
Whatever, he's a person of color,
no,
obviously. Okay. So I don't know his exact ethnicity. But when I saw that,
his hair was nappy.
His hair was not nappy at all. It wasn't.
He was black.
The dad,
You think he was black?
His dad was black.
Yeah,
his dad was holding him. I don't know if that was his dad, but yeah, it
not
seemed like that was his
I
dad.
just don't think little boy was black. His hair wasn't nappy. I mean, it was patchy, but it wasn't nappy.
Whoa.
Both Charlamagne and Jess Hilarious deserve backlash for this, but only Jess Hilarious is getting backlash, and I'm not sure exactly why. But the Breakfast Club has taken down that particular clip because the person they was talking about for having patchy hair and nappy hair, that's a brain cancer child. Like, that's a 13-year-old who currently has survived brain cancer for 6 years. He's still living with it, I believe. But they're talking about this kid right here.
He is 13 years old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer.
People are really upset about this. They don't like what happened. They don't like the manner that Jess Hilarious and Charlamagne spoke on a 13-year-old kid who has brain cancer or has survived brain cancer. But the doctors gave him, I believe, 2 months to live, and it's been 6 years now. So this is a kid who has overcame a lot, and despite of where he aligns politically, now can a child really align politically, bro? Or is he just going with whatever his parents, has indoctrinated him into? But nonetheless, though, that kid should not be the subject of abuse on any podcast.
The Breakfast Club been finished, but I think this just put the icing on the cake. How dare y'all sit up there and try to make fun of a kid that recovered from brain cancer, gang? DJ Envy, you sitting up there talking shit, questioning if this little boy even black or not. And Jess Hilarious, you wasn't shit until you started sucking on Country Wayne. So shut the up. You sitting up there high and mighty on Breakfast Club like you somebody, but you ain't had no energy when Sexy Red checked the out of you.
People are pissed off, and this is really crossing beyond the Breakfast Club normal audience, as sizable as it is. It's crossing beyond hip-hop. This is going into political sphere, pop sphere. People are really pissed off. Now, I'm shocked that Jess Hilarious said this because Jess Hilarious has done multiple interviews where she has openly stated that her biggest regret in life, like the one thing she regretted in most, is joking about Chadwick Boseman his appearance before the world knew he had cancer. She joked about his new appearance and looking too skinny and frail. And then we found out he had cancer when he passed away. She said her biggest regret is joking about Chadwick Boseman before he passed away.
And I'm more, I just didn't. That's the only regret that I have in my career, in my journey with being Jess.
With the Chadwick Boseman situation, she gets somewhat of a pass because she didn't know he had cancer. But still, you don't say that, and then you make fun of a kid that you know is a cancer survivor. You know he's a cancer patient. It's just cruel, man. It's cruel. So who knows if the Breakfast Club is using this as leverage to sort of take her show away from her and give it to Loren LaRosa, even though people have been saying for months that they prefer Loren over Jess Hilarious. Now we can't talk about the present without going back. So a lot of you guys is wondering, where did this all start? How did Jess Hilarious lose her position on the Breakfast Club? Well, let's rewind a little bit. When Jess Hilarious initially replaced Angela Yee as the third co-host of the Breakfast Club, dare I say the fans were initially happy. They enjoyed the replacement. They thought Jess Hilarious was dope. But like most things, that didn't last long. Her honeymoon phase at the Breakfast Club didn't last too long due to her own doing. She caused her own demise. See, the Jess Hilarious situation can perfectly be described by the Chrysler 300 analogy. The Chrysler 300 looks like a Bentley until the Bentley pulls up. The vehicle on the left looks like a luxury vehicle until the vehicle on the right pulls up. And in most cases, I'm talking about the shameless dudes. They will even put a Bentley sign on their Chrysler 300, and they can get it off and trick a lot of people who ain't never seen a Bentley before. We were so sick and tired of the Breakfast Club rotating chair and bringing in random guest hosts to guest co-host the show that when they finally decided to hire Jess Hilarious as the permanent third seat, we were ecstatic because Jess Hilarious was the clear choice. She was better than all the other guest hosts. And Jess Hilarious, for the most part, was a Chrysler 300, but compared to the other guest hosts and what we had to deal with, she was a Bentley in our eyes. That's until Jess Hilarious took maternity leave after having her child. And then we got a chance to really see what a Bentley is.
Let's get right into your story. So you were formerly of TMZ.
Yes, I was a senior news producer, which, that encompassed me being on air, TMZ Live, TMZ on TV, primetime, daytime show, but also just producing the news that is exclusive and breaking from TMZ. Work with a very intimate team of, people who are really good at what they do. Mm-hmm. I was there for a little over 7 years, and recently decided, I got some skin in this, have learned a few things, and recently decided that, it was just time for me to leave.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if the Breakfast Club did this deliberately, but take a look at the dynamics that's at play here. Jess Hilarious' entire contribution to the Breakfast Club is she's taken over Angela Yee's segment. Angela Yee had the rumor report where they talked about the daily news and stories, the trending news. Jess Hilarious replaced that with Jess with the Mess. So Jess Hilarious' entire contribution was the news. And they brought in her temporary replacement, Loren LaRosa, the senior news producer for the largest news outlet in the world, TMZ. They brought her to temporarily replace you, the novice? Oh, if I was Jess Hilarious, bro, forget maternity leave, homie. I'm hiring a nanny and I'm coming back within 3 days, bro. I'm not giving this chick any leg room to showcase herself. But Jess Hilarious didn't do that, right? She allowed for Loren LaRosa to showcase her value, to showcase that there's a difference between a senior news producer and an Instagram comedian, all right? Or, again, I'm not trying to downplay her, but she's a comedian, right? So a comedian, she does shows, so she's a legit comedian, but there's a difference between a comedian gossiping and a senior news producer. So when Loren LaRosa showed up, we started this, we seen a Bentley. We seen what we were really missing from the Breakfast Club. So when Jess Hilarious came back, the Breakfast Club said, yeah, Jess, when we gave you that third seat, listen, you still got the third seat, but there's a fourth seat now. And that fourth seat is going to be Loren LaRosa. That right there was also the writing on the wall for Jess Hilarious.
All right, y'all. So we're going to do the top of the mess a little different today. Only because I feel like we need to have a conversation in the room that I want to have on air.
What's the conversation? Mm-hmm.
So first of all, I just want people to understand that, when you have two black women, right, it is not a compliment to compliment one person and down the other. I've been getting a lot of that, like, oh, you doing good and I don't like this about Jess, and you know, I hate that. Yesterday we were out and majority of the people I ran into, Jess with the mess in her news is real.
How you doing, girl? It's time.
Okay, you
it's
back?
Time for me to be back.
You ready?
Jess is back!
Hello.
You ready?
So the Breakfast Club has not confirmed that Jess Hilarious is fired or she's not coming back to the show. However, I thought his commentary was interesting, so I decided to, put it in the video because Jess has not been on the show for a while, and I do know that she has been allegedly demoted from her segment, which is called Jess with the Mess. So we're just waiting for confirmation at this point. But moving along to another story. Is Kim Kardashian spinning the block on Pete Davidson? That's what the streets are saying. According to Radar Online, Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian found themselves under the same roof once again after they crossed paths at the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary special last month. And they are said to be attempting to hit it off again. The pair dated from October 2021 to August 2022 in a relationship that was even taken over by Kardashian's ex-husband, Kanye West. While the duo were back at it at SNL special, a source claimed the Skims founder made it a point of her duty not to be photographed with the comedian. However, that does not mean the two didn't chat it up again. The insider revealed they saw each other behind the scenes and had a chance to chat for a while. Kim has a soft spot for Pete and always will. The source said and added, Kardashian and Davidson also linked up for an after party following the episode. Kardashian made headlines after kicking things off with the former SNL cast member, her first relationship following her split from Kanye West. The insider continued, Kim cherishes the time they spent together and revealed that Pete was just not in the right frame of mind during their relationship. He was so inexperienced with fame that it made it difficult, and the bullying from Kanye West did not help. At the time, Kanye mocked Davidson with the name Skeet and even made a fake newspaper front page that celebrated the comic's breakup with Kardashian with a headline that read, Skeet Davidson dead at age 28. A source claimed that the two may hit it off again and that Kim is just looking for some fun because chemistry has never been a problem and she's always raved about how amazing the intimacy was. The 44-year-old once gushed that she went after 31-year-old Pete Davidson due to his Big D energy. She said in 2022, I text him, I wasn't even thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to be in a relationship with him. I was just thinking, I heard about his BDE and I need to get out there. I was basically down to So my thoughts are that Kim Kardashian is definitely not looking for anything serious, as one of the sources mentioned above. She's 44 years old and she's probably, having a hard time finding someone that she's ready to commit to or get married to. So spinning the block on an ex, and she chose Pete. I don't think this is good for Pete because I've seen interviews where he's constantly said that he wants a child. He's ready for a family and, he wants to be a dad. Kim Kardashian is not thinking of giving Pete a child, but she's definitely going to use him to please herself until she finds someone that she wants to take more seriously. So for me, I wish them the best. I don't think this is good for Pete because, I don't know, for some reason he seems very fragile and like a sweet person. I could be wrong, right? But we tend to forget that men have emotions, and I feel like she knows how strongly Pete feels for her. So that's why she's choosing him to be, you know, an F-boy, basically, allegedly, right? All of this is alleged, by the way. All right, but moving on to other stories. The tea has been teen today. I almost forgot to tell you guys, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you. Stephen the Genius McGregor was recently honored with a Cultural Icon Award at the 2025 Reggae Gold Awards for his outstanding contributions to the music industry. This recognition comes on the heels of his latest collaboration, Agony, with dancehall star Idonia, which was released last weekend. The single has been gaining momentum, enjoying premium radio rotation and increasing engagement across various social media platforms. McGregor, whose influence spans nearly 2 decades, continues to redefine contemporary dancehall with his innovative production style and undeniable talent. Hailing from the legendary Big Ship dynasty, McGregor has been instrumental in shaping the sound of modern reggae and dancehall. His catalog boasts a plethora of hits from some of the industry's biggest stars, all of which contributed to the global rise of Jamaican music. Beyond the shores of the island, his production genius has extended to international superstars, collaborating with the likes of Drake, Nelly Furtado, and John Legend. His ability to fuse traditional reggae elements with contemporary sonic trends has solidified his reputation as one of the most sought-after producers in the industry. The Reggae Gold Awards has become a staple of Reggae Month, honoring Jamaica's pioneers and innovators who have shaped Jamaica's cultural landscape. This year, the spotlight shined brightly on the genius, recognizing him for his lasting impact on the genre. With McGregor's continued influence and forward-thinking approach to music, his latest honor cements his place among the greats, ensuring that the genius legacy remains a defining force in reggae and dancehall for generations to come. This award is well-deserved. Growing up, I listened to all the songs with the introduction of Stephen the Genius McGregor, and when I got older, I was so shocked to know that he was so young, killing the game like he did, right? So I think that this is well-deserved, and he should have been recognized more and before, right, when he was in his prime. I'm just going to list a few of the songs that you guys may know that he has written, produced, or composed. Drake, Controller, French Montana, Writings on the Wall, Burna Boy, Destiny, Damian Marley, Upholstery, Shensia, Blessed and Ethan Run, Jada Kingdom, Good Punny Problem. Steven, you've earned every respect in the industry. You've made your name. You've separated yourself from the legacy in which you came from, which is a legacy of greatness. But it's so rare that most times that legacy is continued. You've earned it, and I'm so happy for you, and I hope that there's many more to come in the future. You deserve it.
So let me ask you, when Escobar was locked up, right? Mm-hmm. They said that like one night every 2 or 3 months he would come out, he would do something.
Yes.
Within your 13 years of doing the bid.
I got lots of pussy.
Oh, damn. I didn't go there.
Sorry. Okay.
He's like, wrong answer to the right question.
If you had, like how Escobar did, he came out one night every 2 months.
Yeah.
If you ever had one night.
You talking about Pablo?
Yeah, Pablo. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, there's only one Escobar.
Well, I'm Jamaican. We know Pablo. As a matter of fact, remember you said Vybz Kartel was a group.
Yeah.
Where you think you got the name Kartel?
Yeah, Kartel, yes.
From Escobar. Cali.
Yes.
Cali Kartel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if like with every 2 months, if you could come out and do one thing within your 13-year bid, what was that one thing you would do?
Hug my kids, man.
Damn, that's a gangster ass.
Hug my children. Hug my kids. Pussy wasn't the problem. I don't know if I can say this now.
No, you can say it.
Yeah, because I'm free.
Yeah.
Right? Double jeopardy, you can't take me back.
Yeah.
So yeah, pussy wasn't the problem. Pussy was.
So you was fucking all the guards.
Yeah. No, not all the time, but
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very.
Yeah.
Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.